Hello, I'm Murray Newlands. Welcome to another episode of Performance Marketing Insider. I'm here with one of the industry celebrities, Chow, and his daughter Sally. Hi John, hi Sally.
Hey Mary. Say hi Sally. Okay. Sally's not talking right now, but she will.
So John, before we started this, we were talking about how affiliates make money. And often we go to shows like Affiliate Summit, and people talk about doing media buys, how they buy money, spend money using pay-per-click, and actually making a revenue. You were saying you see this model, but you also see the flaws in it. So tell me what your opinion is.
Yeah, that is I guess the big selling point that everyone goes to a major trade show like Affiliate Summit does. They think all these affiliates are making humongous amount of money by just buying advertising, sending it to some kind of offer, and then raking it in. So, we hear stuff about, I'm spending $10,000 a day in Google AdWords and making 20, all that kind of stuff. And that attracts a lot of newbies, a lot of new people into the industry. But the truth of the matter is, very, very few affiliates actually make money doing that. That's a very flawed business model. And I'll tell you why. The first problem with that model is that it's not really a real business. It's more of a game than a real business. Because if you look at any real business, like say a restaurant, Best Buy, Apple Store, anything like that, a real business is built on repeat customer.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's the way it is. How long do you think a restaurant can survive if all their customers never come back, but only a brand new customer? They'll be gone in a matter of months. See, because how much does a bank spend to acquire a new customer? I mean, sometimes when I refer people to bank, they'll give you, one time I remember a bank was giving away a free iPad if you, sign up for a new loan with them, whatever, because they know they look at lifetime value of the customer.
Right.
And as an affiliate, that's what really you should be looking at as well. When you're buying media buys or pay-per-click advertising, just to send traffic to one offer, hoping that person that you sent buys the offer, but then you never see that person again. As I said before, a bank spends several $100s to acquire one new customer.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot less money to keep a customer than to acquire a new one. When you're doing affiliate marketing via the what I call this hit and run approach. You hit them with pay-per-click advertising and hope they buy. When you're doing that type of marketing, what you're in fact doing is you're spending all this upfront money to acquire a customer for somebody else. You don't have a customer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone I talk to will agree with me that if you're a business, how long can you survive with just one customer who sees you once and never see you again?
So what's the alternative model that you would suggest people follow?
Well, my business model would be basically the way I run my blog, and I run it like a real business. And the business is built on creating a customer base. I have a readership base that very, very inexpensive to market to. So therefore, when I have a new product or I wish to promote something, instead of firing up Google AdWords and spending umpteens amounts of money and hoping that my ad spend is less than what I make, I fire up my email list, or get a blog post, and my current readership sees it. My cost is zero,
right?
Or close to zero. Right? So therefore, I don't have to worry about can I sell enough unit to make it worthwhile. It allows me a lot more freedom to experiment, test product that may not do that well yet, but I can afford to because I have a customer base, I have a readership base, I have a base of followers on Twitter, a follower base on Facebook, the blog itself, and I have over 100,000 people subscribed to my newsletter. And that really is the true power of what I do and the business model that I run. So instead of spending $5,000 or whatever my marketing budget is every day, I don't have to worry about that. And that's another problem with the pay-per-click, just the hit-and-run model. If you stop spending money, your money stops.
Yeah.
money stops. So that's a very precarious position to be in.
What do you see? You say you have 100,000 users, subscribers to your newsletter. What do you know is what's the average value of those subscribers?
Well, I actually do have measured. I have measured it. Basically, every person that signed up to my email list is worth about $10 to me.
$10 a year or $10 over the lifetime of that user?
$10 over the lifetime.
Interesting. Interesting.
Lifetime.
Excellent. Some interesting insight.
And basically, that's the metrics I work with, and I know that. So when I do my marketing and stuff, I know the longer I spend less than $10 to acquire, usually I'll probably be in the marketing.
So what would be your tips for someone who wanted to get started with that?
My tip would generally be, find something that you have experience with or you're passionate about. Because because I'm thinking about this from a long-term real business standpoint. Like, I've been around since 1998. I'm not fly by night, and that's not a problem with affiliate marketing. A lot of people come up to me and says, I make $20,000, and then we just disappear off the map.
Yeah.
So I look at things from a long-term business standpoint. I look at as a real business, I generate a readership base, and then I can market to that readership base after I build trust with them. So what I would do is I would create something that will help me build my list, and generally that's some kind of freebie. It could be a video, it could be an ebook, and I would create a page to give away this ebook in exchange for the email address, and then I would use the list to build a relationship with the reader, and then I will monetize it by offering them related product to what it is I'm originally signed up for the list for in the beginning. And that model works a lot better because once you acquire that person to your list or to your blog or your Twitter stream or whatever, you can hit them over and over again, and your cost is pretty close to zero.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you were spending money on Google AdWords, you hit them once, well, hit that same person again, you gotta keep spending money. And somewhere along the way, it's great to say, oh yeah, I'm spending more than I make, but you can't keep. It's very tough to keep that up. I mean, a whole bunch of things happen. The FCC can crack down on you. The advertiser can pull the offer. Competition can move in, driving up your bid and making it unprofitable. And that always happens. I've seen it all the time. This is why affiliates who have a winning campaign will never tell you what they're running.
Absolutely.
They know if they do, you're gonna copy and rip it off wholesale, and more. And even if you don't tell them, they're gonna find out because they got all these spying software that will spy on other affiliates to find out what they're running. They'll find out your keyword, they'll find your landing pages, and then they'll rip you off wholesale, and that will drop the cost, and eventually drop the cost to the point where you're no longer in the black, you're in the red, and now what do you do?
Yeah. Excellent, John. Thank you very much. Some great insight. If people want to connect with you, how can they do that?
Oh, there are several ways. Easiest way is just to contact me via my blog, johnchow.com. There is a contact tab where you can send a message on there. It sends it to me, and I do read it. There's no virtual assistant like that. I do read all the emails by myself, and I do reply to them. You can also follow me on Twitter at John Chow, and also Facebook. Of course, you can follow me on Facebook as well. Same thing, John Chow and johnchow.com for the fan page.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm Murray Newlands. You've been watching Performance Marketing Insider. I look forward to seeing you next time.